Hello to all you geeks and degenerates out there, and welcome back to our channel.
Hi.
I hate you, Enzo. I hate you that you made me watch this fucking movie again.
Well, since we're counting down till Dominion, it was inevitable.
I know. It's a must. It's a must. But
Yeah.
anyway, hello, I'm John. Today I am your host, and as always, Enzo's joining me, and I hate this movie. And that movie that we're talking about is, what is it called? Jurassic World Kingdom Hearts something?
Kingdom Hearts, Fallen Kingdom, my friend.
Yeah, 2.3 edition.
Yeah.
I shouldn't shit on Kingdom Hearts like that. They deserve better. And oh my god, this movie rubbed me in so many wrong ways. Like, I'll get to those scenes later, but were you hyped for this movie?
Honestly, like, when they showed the first trailer with Jeff Goldblum, I'm like, holy shit! Alright!
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, they're giving us that.
Yeah. And then, it looked cool. Like, I thought it was just them. It was just gonna be them trying to save the dinosaurs. I'm like, alright, I buy that. Like, of course you can let these creatures die. We brought them to life, and why would we let billions of dollars go to waste like that? I guess. But when they showed a second trailer and they showed the Indoraptor, I'm like, you're showing a bit too much. Like, why?
Right?
Why?
Right?
Uh,
You could have held that back a little
yeah,
bit. Like, with the first Jurassic World trailer, we just saw its feet and a claw. We
yeah,
never saw its face until the movie came out.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, anyway, go on.
But I was excited. We had a full day because that day my family and I visited the newly opened Museum of Natural History. I'm like, all right, to top this all
Okay,
off.
you watched it in the States?
No, no, no. Our.
Ah, okay. I was like, oh, son of a bitch.
No, no, no.
Okay.
We're
You
not
saw a
that.
dinosaur.
We don't have
And then saw dinosaur.
we don't have that much cash to go to the States in the first place. But no, our new Natural Museum History. I'm like, you know what? To top this all off, we saw prehistoric things. Can we watch Jurassic Park World, the new one? They're like, fine. It's dinosaurs. Let's go. And then
Yeah.
I was excited. I'm like, all right, they're showing dinosaurs I haven't seen before, and this franchise, um, horns, Carnotaurus, and then the snout one, Suchomimus.
Suchomimus.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like,
There
all
was
right.
an apple somewhere.
Yeah, and then they had the Triceratops ones, the like one horn and no horn. So
Yeah.
like, all right, variety. I like this. I hope they give equal time to the dinos as much as they do the humans. That's not never the case with these movies, but I didn't know that at the time. But yeah, yeah. And then coming out, I just had this feeling of like, oh my god. For the first time since Jurassic Park 3, watching it as an add-on, I'm like, this is bad.
Man, unlike Jurassic Park 3, I didn't enjoy this. Like, Jurassic Park 3 was stupid. Like, downright stupid. But it was fun. And it had an aesthetic that it stuck to the entire time. And I loved it. And it tapped into my nostalgia. I was a kid. I still loved it, nonetheless, because I couldn't comprehend what was a good movie or a bad movie. But now I'm all grown up and I watch this piece of burning dumpster fire. And, like, it started with such promise. Like, it showed us Jeff Goldblum's like, let's fucking go. Jeff Goldblum coming back for the second movie, just like in the Lost World, which is not canon anymore for some reason.
Go figure.
Yeah, Issa Sorna doesn't exist. Anyway, no second night. We get to the part where it's already destroyed. It's raining. This looks like a familiar scene. You see these scuba divers, sorry, not scuba divers, these submarine people trying to get the bones of the Indominus Rex. And it's been 3 years since this park has shut down.
Question.
Or destroyed. Yeah?
It's been 3 years, right?
Hmm.
What was the mosasaurus sustaining itself on?
That secretary that fell into the
Just forever. Yeah.
Right, that's like a gummy bear
Yeah.
to us. Like,
Yeah.
and but yeah, it's been 3 years. We don't know how the fucking mosasaurus stayed alive for majority of its time. But hey, there was a magical cliff out of nowhere in the first Jurassic Park movie, so we'll let it pass. But yeah, there's this. They're trying to get the gate open. Some of the people are like, "Oh, we have to get out." They get eaten by the mosasaurs and get this beautiful fucking scene with the T-Rex lightning. It was exactly like Jurassic Park 1, where I was like, "Oh shit, maybe they hit their mark." As the scene went on, it was beautiful. Dude was running towards the helicopter in pure panic, and they were running, flying. T-Rex grabs the ladder, pulling the helicopter. I was like, yes! And then we get the movie, and then we're like, ugh. Like, I wanted to see, sorry, but I wanted to see more of the scenes where they go, like, they send a search team to go back into the island. I want more of this. I want to see more of people going through wreckages to, like, labs. Like Dino Crisis. You see, like, abandoned labs, but there's got Velociraptor in the way. That's so cool. That's what Jurassic Park 3 did so well that this didn't. Sure, it was there, but it wasn't done well. Anyway, you were saying, Enzo?
I just don't get how the mosasaur then crashed the helicopter. Because you had that sudden weight dragging you down.
Oh yeah, like, I don't know how that helicopter didn't like barrel roll into the sea.
Right?
Like, oh well, fuck, there we go. And the door got jammed, so the mosasaurus is out there.
Yeah. Like eating a bunch of Californian dudes.
But some server guys just getting fucked.
Like, whoa, I got wiped out. Holy fuck.
Like, you've seen Into the Blue. This is worse.
Yeah.
Like,
Do I like it? I kind of like that Claire has become an animal activist. Almost.
oh yeah, like she got a bunch of hipsters to work for her. Like, they work up enough connections to get them into the island. Like with this no-name rich person that we never heard of, but for some reason is very close to Richard Hammond. He was this best friend of Hammond's that like he's also a millionaire, and if without them they wouldn't have been able to do this whole dinosaur thing. And
Funny how
the
you
first
never mentioned it.
right, like no, because there was a reason. Because he was playing God. Wait a minute, I'm playing. Like both of them are playing gods, and for that reason, it's so fucking stupid. I don't know if I should spoil it now or save it for later.
I don't know about you, but like, as the movie went on, we kept going back to the file of like her mom, Macy's mom. I'm like, is she the daughter of Julian Moore?
Right? Like, was Julian Moore like from a rich person? That's why she got in good, was this?
Graces.
In good graces of Richard Hammond, and that's why she was sent off into the island, the second movie. But remember, it's not canon. That's the thing. But the weirdest thing is, beat for beat, this movie is somewhat exactly like second Jurassic Park movie.
Yeah. Fuck. That was also kind of like Jurassic Park 3, where suddenly, Ellie Sattler and Alan Grant are no longer a thing. You're like, what the fuck? Why?
Not. Oh yeah. It's such a weird thing. Like there's a time in the middle where they're like, no, we're not. It's not working out.
Yeah. But like, I kind of cared more for Ellie and Alan than when.
Yeah, even when they had this platonic friendship.
Yeah.
After the park.
But when you find out that Chris and Bryce separated, the character, not the actress, but I'm like, all right, okay, these seems.
I could care less.
Yeah. And then this is the first time I met the actors Justice Smith and Daniela Pineda, and then
yeah, Faye Valentine.
I'm like, maybe she'll be in better things. Hasn't happened so far in my experience.
Yeah.
Well, Justice Smith isn't like a Pikachu. It's good.
Yeah, I like Detective Pikachu. This guy's actually a really good actor. I like him.
Yeah.
I also like. What was her name? Faye Valentine's actress.
Daniela Pineda.
Yeah, she's pretty good. Like, it's just the roles that she's in are just horrible. It's just directed horrible.
Goes to show, like, the script really is your Achilles heel when you're trying to act and you're like, what am I reading?
Yeah, and you're gonna be a tremendous actor if you fully commit and find a way to carry the movie. But
Yeah.
anyway, we're not talking about that. So yeah, this is exactly like Jurassic Park: The Lost World, where rich dude sends a team to go into the island to probably monitor or save said animals. And as they get there, holy shit, what do they meet? Poachers.
Buffalo Bill.
Buffalo Bill.
Dude, I was so disappointed on how this character turned out. I'm like, oh my god, they got Buffalo Bill to be the badass hunter like in the second one. Nope, he's nowhere
yeah.
near him.
I also thought he was gonna be like Roland Timbo.
Yeah.
Roland Timbo was like, this is like Roland Timbo was the Giga Chad, while this one's like the sad boy. You know, like Roland Timbo was ready to fight a T-Rex with a double barrel and a couple of like like an elephant gun.
Yeah.
I'm like, this Chad of a man was ready
Even-
to go toe and toe with a T-Rex.
Yeah, and even told the rich guy off. Like, look, you can make your camp here or in the middle of a T-Rex nest for all I care, but I'm not doing that. I've been enough safaris with rich fucking idiots.
Right? And Roland Timbo was such a rest in peace, the actor who played him. Pete Postel. I cannot pronounce his name.
Yeah, it's
It's
hard,
okay.
but like,
It is
yeah,
hard.
if you guys don't know for whatever reason, here's the picture and you'll recognize
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, this guy was the Giga Chad of fucking Lost World. You could say that it's Jeff Goldblum. No, it was this man.
Yeah. Again, you get,
And he wasn't in the book. I read it. I have the book.
and then you get the actor for Buffalo Bill. You're like, all right, this guy's a good villain actor. What does he do? Oh, he's a cartoon. Okay.
Yeah. That was also a thing. Everybody here's a cartoon, especially the bad guy. Not Buffalo Bill, the rich nephew. Sorry, the somewhat nephew of Richard Hammond. Sorry, that other guy.
Yeah, Eli. That's his name. Yeah. I just
Yeah,
saw this
yeah.
movie yesterday. And I'm blanking. I'm like, who the fuck?
Yeah, right. Again, it's this exact same thing, and he also gets eaten by a T-Rex at the end of this movie. But anyway, we get to the park, and we see this is like the first. Well, besides Ian Malcolm, this is probably the first time they tickled our nostalgia boat with the Brachiosaurus, where this lady irresponsibly just jumps out of the armored vehicle. I was like, wow, you are lucky like you weren't carried off by some gigantic predator.
Right? I'm like, the earth shaking. Could be two things. One, being a Brachiosaurus and you're good. Two, being a fucking T-Rex and you're fucked.
Right?
Like, and you guys are, oh fuck.
Right? And you're like, well, I need to see this. To be honest, I would like to see a T-Rex in life as well, but I'm
Yeah.
not doing that.
Going back to the main poacher guy, like we all kind of can see what he's a spoof of, politically speaking. We're like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're like, okay, we get it. You're funny, Colin Trevorrow, but again, I don't
This
like
is
it.
written by Colin Trevorrow. This is directed by Jay Bayona, who did, in his fairness, did direct a really good British to Terabithia kind of movie. I'm like, wow, that guy's directing the next Jurassic World. I can't wait to see what he does. And unfortunately, I don't know if I'm blaming this on like the writing because he's just like, I'm just directing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm trying to work with this. That's why I'm blaming all of it on Colin Trevorrow.
Yeah.
Look, man, just... sorry.
We're also
Anyway.
there to get Blue, right?
Yeah. So their main mission, the reason why Chris Pratt is back and sorry, what was her name again?
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Bryce Dallas Howard. Sorry, no, I was trying to get her like characters name. Claire and Owen are back because they're the only ones who can get Blue. Well, Owen's the only one who can get Blue. Claire knows the park. And I'm like, alright, that sounds like an amazing plot. Fine, we go along, and we get to the point where they do find Blue, and...
In the car that Tim fell in. That doesn't make sense! I'm like, huh? Why is it still there? How deep did you clean this area, Claire? What the fuck?
Sorry. Anyway.
But, to be honest, like you, the nostalgia scenes, you had be like, I like that. Like I always like
No,
seeing those
no. Here,
Brachiosaurus.
this is what I was talking about.
Hmm.
They tickled me the wrong way. They rubbed me the wrong way. Sorry. They tickled my funny bone, but they rubbed me the wrong way. They kept nostalgia baiting us. They kept nostalgia like, hey, remember the good movie? We're showing it in this horrible movie. Like, yeah, they showed us the OG Brachiosaurus, the first thing that we see in Jurassic Park. Then we see the car, the flipped over Ford Explorer. The entire time, I was watching this movie in the theater. I was like,
Well,
that's not cool.
that's fair.
That
But
is
like,
so not cool.
I guess it just speaks to like I always like seeing the Brachiosaurus anyway. Like I always like being like, oh, wow,
Oh,
it's pretty good,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, seeing a dinosaur is pretty cool. Seeing nostalgia trips, pretty cool.
Like
But
this is the beauty of dinosaurs before you start screaming your head off.
right, but it's also the same kind of deal where you're like, how dare you stand where he stood, kind of. You know, how dare you show me this in this shitty plot that you have?
Yeah. I like how Chris Pratt emphasizes like, wait for my signal before you do anything stupid. They immediately put two darts in blue. It's like,
Yeah.
fucking idiot.
Yeah, you gotta love how like immediately you would think like Blue would collapse from the overdose, but now he had a little bit of energy to say fuck you to this one guy.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
I mean, in his defense, he was getting mobbed. So that's like, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it.
Right? Like, no matter what you say, we need that thing alive. I'm like, nah.
I want to be alive.
Yeah, this shit was funny. This movie was funny, but it was dumb at the same time.
And then they
And
put Chris Pratt to sleep, and then they get Daniel Pineda's, I forgot her character. And they're like, alright, if you can keep Blue alive, keep her alive or else I'll shoot you, but we're taking you as hostage.
yeah, it was pretty much the plan. But yeah, then we get to the scene where Bryce Dallas Howard and her assistant from Detective Pikachu. Sorry, that sounded.
I would love
Anyway.
Ryan Reynolds to be in this one, just to make it better,
I think he would have carried this horrible movie.
right?
They get trapped, and this is where we meet that thing that Billy was talking about, the Sycomimus. So I was
Yeah.
like, oh, so that's what it looks like, just without the fins. And I'm like, cool, that's great. I don't know how they got it out of that thing. Remember, like, you see the helicopter, like, taking that thing away.
Yeah,
Or is this another Sycomimus?
I think it's another one, but I don't think this movie knows how lava works. Because, like, when the thing is, like, dripping down and the Sycomimus is like, ow, it burns. I'm like, no, it should bore through your skin. You should be dead.
Right? Like, they show that this lava, like, skipping ahead, they're in the sphere that was in the first movie. This piece of lava comes out of the sky, goes into water, probably cools down a bit, and goes into the glass and melts the glass. That was advertised to be unpenetrable. Even from a really big bullet. But I guess that doesn't count anymore, because Chris Pratt shot through it as well.
And, like,
Yeah, so, I mean, like, why did that not kill the dinosaur? You know?
also, like, when Chris Pratt's, like, inches away from lava, like, if you don't know, like, at that heat, you should be Anakin at this point.
Right? He's in the smoke, and he's like Tom Cruise running through it. And I'm like,
Like, no, your
Like-
skin's supposed to be peeling off.
right? You should be like the backdrop of Pompeii, for fuck's sake.
Like, how is he and the other Triceratops not Pompeii?
Right? Anyway, we kind of skipped ahead. Yeah, they escape. They show us a cool T-Rex scene, which was not needed.
T-Rex always coming in clutch.
It's always coming in clutch, but it's like being overused to the point where I'm like, my favorite
Yeah,
my favorite dinosaur now, like, it's starting to die. You know, it's like my love for the T-Rex started to die because of this movie. Like, god damn it. Anyway, sorry. Anyway, they fall off the cliff with the spear, and survived. And I don't know how to get off of this fucking tangent. I'm sorry, man.
they discover like, oh, the bad guys that were clearly bad guys are bad guys all along. And and they see them the dinosaurs being shipped to the aircraft carrier or cargo ship, and like
Cargo ship.
you learn that Buffalo Bill, I'm gonna call him from that now on.
Yeah. I don't know his name.
Yeah, collects dino tooth for some reason, just to be like, oh, he really is evil. Oh
Yeah,
no.
Also another thing. To compare him to Roland Timbo. Roland Timbo just wanted satisfaction that he got the T-Rex. He didn't want a trophy on his wall. Man just wanted to know that he could take it on. Giga Chat. Like, Sigma mentality right there. Roland Timbo, MVP of the entire Jurassic Park series.
And then they make it onto the car.
Muldoon as well. Muldoon
Pretty good. But yeah, they make it on the ship. I don't know how people are like, aren't you the people we just left behind? Oh, well.
No, Claire wore a hat. You know?
My bad.
The Superman theory.
Like someone as pretty as Bryce Dallas Howard, you wouldn't be able to tell her face. Like, sure, buddy.
Also a weird thing. Sorry, I drive a manual car, where she goes from like first to second, the car speeds up. I'm like, doesn't work that way, homie. But when she got into the boat and she puts it into first, that's when it like started to like it started to like spin its wheels. I was like, okay, that works. Fine, I'll give you that.
And then we get, what is supposed to be a tear-jerking moment where the Brachiosaurus is engulfed in lava. Did you cry?
Yes.
I did it. I'm like, you're really working hard to make me cry.
No, because okay, again, it did the thing where it's nostalgia baiting me. It rubbed me the wrong way because this is such a good scene. A wasted good scene. They escaped with all these dinosaurs. I don't know how they fit majority of these dinosaurs in this fucking boat. But you see this one Brachiosaurus looking like, hey, you left me. And that hurt me deeply. I was like, I'm so sorry.
I was affected when it stood like the first time we saw Brachiosaurus. I'm like, God damn it, alright.
Right?
Yeah.
Because, no, they have confirmed that was the Brachiosaurus that we saw eating the thing in the tree. For some reason, it shrunk a bit.
Yeah, right.
Like, right? Continuity, doesn't matter.
Just as Fox with X-Men, that's fine.
Yeah. But, like, as it's walking towards the dock, it's acting like, it looks like it's saying, you forgot me. And I'm like, no! Stop it! And it does the thing where it's like, it does the thing like before it gets in. Yeah. It does that thing, the pose.
Yeah.
At the first movie before it got Pompeii. And like, yeah, okay, not gonna lie. Yeah, they nostalgia baited me, but that hurt.
That's fine.
I'm so sad that it was used in this movie. It could have been used in another movie, which sucks.
But yeah, they have to get blood for Blue because she was shot, and they have to I don't know how this works, but like.
No, this was like medical mumbo jumbo here.
I'm
pretty sure this does not work.
We need to get the blood of another corner. I'm like, huh?
Specifically with 2 fingers, less than 3. 2.
I was like,
like how this lady was like, I want you guys to go into the fucking T-Rex paddock.
Like
okay.
If I transfuse blood from a Chihuahua to a Rottweiler, does that work? Does that say the Rottweiler? I don't think so.
It's kind of like saying like, oh, I need a blood transfusion from somebody type B, when I'm type A. I'm like, that doesn't work that way.
Like Blue.
Get the bloods tested.
Blue just goes limp. Like, oh, I guess it didn't work. I'm sorry, Blue.
right, it dies from the mismatched blood. That's the most anticlimactic way of going, but it's the most realistic thing in the movie.
Yeah, like how does Blue die? She goes limp. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we get a pretty sweet scene with the T-Rex. I will agree, this was a pretty cool scene.
I like that.
Copied from Gumball, but like it's a pretty cool scene. Look it up, homie. Look it up.
I like the use of practical effects here because that is a sweet scene.
Yeah, which is the only fucking practical effects that they use. Maybe. I think the Indominus Rex the Indoraptor was kind of practical as well.
Yeah, though when like the guy's like, "Hey, the door's open, lock it up," and then the T-Rex proceeds to roar. They're not like, "The fuck is happening?"
Right? like that was also the weirdest thing. Like they get the bullet from the T-Rex, and this thing's going ape shit in the cage. This thing's fully awake.
Yeah.
In a truck? They needed to put this thing in a fucking crate, like a fucking, what do you call it? From Jurassic Park 2.
Yeah, like a mega cage.
Yeah, a mega cage just to keep this thing, and you're keeping it in what, a 90s fucking truck?
Go figure.
Like, and like Owen makes it out by the skin of his teeth, and like the thing immediately stops. It's like, oh, there's no person.
Like, I guess I'm going back.
I guess I'll stop.
Yeah.
No, like this thing isn't still panicking on what's its situation.
Yeah.
Like, you see this thing like probably ready to rip this truck apart. I was like, it just immediately stops as you lock the door.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Like, yes, I can't burst to the front door.
Yeah, this is exactly that Spinosaurus scene from Jurassic Park 3 where this thing broke through like a fence that was supposed to keep dinosaurs like that out.
Yeah.
But for some reason,
a wooden door.
Bust down a wooden structure.
Yeah. He's like, I'm tired. I'll sooner.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, that shit hits hard. Like the drugs is still like kicking in.
And then they rescue Blue, and then they plan to like, hey, when we get to shore, because they see like a way to one of the towns, they're like, we'll call it the Calvary, and that's when, the guy was like, I know your plan.
Right?
And,
No, I'm so happy that one guy, the ginger guy, was like, it's like, did you see that? Like, I'm reading that in. That was them. It's like he had like eagle eyes, while the other guys were like
blind as fuck.
Yeah. Like, who are you? Lady with cap?
There is other, there's a bit of political commentary, because like when he shut Pineda's door up, he's like, nasty woman. I'm like, commentary, all right. But that's about it. Like, it's not genius commentaries. You're not Meryl Streep and Don't Look Up, so stop trying.
Yeah, exactly. But I do like the attitude of what's her name?
Daniela Pineda.
Yeah, I'll just call her Daniela.
I'll just call her Faye. Whatever.
What's her name?
Faye. I'll just call her Faye from now on.
Yeah, I'll call her Faye Valentine. Anyway, Faye Valentine is pretty much like, oh, you want the blood? Go get it. Like, and you see this velociraptor like with murder in its eyes. I'm like, she has a point. You best shut the fuck up and do it yourself if you want it.
And then Macy discovers the plans. They're building stuff downstairs. Or she hears the bad guy with Armin Zola talking business. There's like, Grandpa, there's trouble. He's like,
we'll make millions for a line. I'm like,
these dinosaurs are a zero sum.
I am Swiss, but for some reason I have German dialect.
Oh, we are part of Hydro Fräulein anyway. I fucking wish. But yeah, the grandfather finds out that there's, bad stuff going on underneath him for how long, and then he's like,
No. I hate the god.
And then he's like, you should call the police on yourself. Like, this is like if Hank from Breaking Bad is like, I know you're Walter White. Call the police on yourself.
Call the DEA.
Yeah.
Tell them that you're Heisenberg.
Yeah.
I'm like, this shit was so fucking stupid. How did you make your millions? Or, sorry, billions? Like, we're sure you were a very smart guy, or it's like Alzheimer's kicking in. The fuck was in your... Like, Michael Myers came into my house and started slashing up my family. I've been like, you know what you did? Grab that phone over there and call the police. Because I know you have a good conscience.
And for the first time, that will get Michael to speak. He's like,
yeah, and like, for the first time ever, I'm gonna do the right thing and smother this old man. Like yeah. Through this entire confrontation, the bad guy was a smart one.
I don't understand the logic, like writing the lines, like, and then he tells him to call the police on himself? Question mark.
Oh, the phone was on the pillow too. It was the stupidest thing. Colin Trevor, what were you thinking? Oh,
Like,
sorry. Common sense flew out this fucking science fiction movie that became an action movie out of nowhere.
speaking of action heroes, I kind of do like the fact that Owen's wearing Nathan Drake's colors.
Yeah, and he does Nathan Drake shit where he's like doing like a Superman punch
Yeah.
right across an armed guard wearing all black and has tattoos. I was like, this is Uncharted with dinosaurs now. That's sick.
But before we get to that, Macy gets locked in her room. Owen and Claire are arrested, put down, and then the auction happens, and then we get these cartoon Russian billionaires being like, "I will buy this for millions." Like, the fuck wrote this?
Cool.
Like,
You gotta love one rich person is just like, my kid wants a Triceratops. I'm like, okay. Hey, look, people in Dubai have like cheetahs and shit. Let them have what they want.
nice to know that someone in Indonesia, right next to us, has an ankylosaurus.
We never know. We never knew that if that deal went through. Remember, the place went down before they could ship
Oh,
shit
right,
out.
then. I mean, they shipped out the allosaurs, so I guess some deals went.
Oh, I guess.
And
That was the
then-
weirdest thing. Do you remember seeing that scene where the person was like, sold! $25 million, sold! And the Allosaurus was being transported out. I was like, how many people did you sell this thing to? Do you have more Allosaurus at the back?
I like how the solution to keep the dinosaurs calm is to zap them with electric poles to like piss it off more.
Oh yeah, because that's always
Yeah.
like
Like the only reason why the ankylosaurus didn't break through is because there was not enough room space for it to swing its tail.
yeah. Also a very dumb scene. So like we get to the scene where Buffalo Bill. This is not the dumb scene. This was actually a pretty funny scene, which I hate. Where he's like, "Oh, I tranquilized it. I'm gonna take the tooth as a trophy," and pretty much leaves the gate open. Of course, I would too because I don't want to be stuck in here with a locked gate with this ultimate predator.
Oh yeah, that's when they also unveiled the Indoraptor, and it looks cool, but like, go on.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, he tries to take the tooth, and this thing fake comatose for some reason. Like, what? Kind of cool, but also what? Why?
Do you like the scene where it smiles at the camera? Like,
Oh yeah, where it like flipped up its stairs, like looks directly at the camera and just gives us a smirk.
I'm like, am I watching a Jurassic World movie or am I watching the fucking Flintstones?
Right? And then it eats its arm off. I was like, that's cool.
For someone losing their arm, that is the cleanest lost arm I've ever seen. Because in other movies, when you lose your arm, there's blood dripping everywhere. And then here it's just like tiny drops. Like, that's not how the human body works, but sure. And
Yeah.
then it sniffs Buffalo Bill and starts crying. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I'm like, aw, you poor bastard.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm glad you're gone.
Owen used the, what do you call the dinosaur? The miniature
The-
Pachycephalosaurus.
Yeah, it is the Pachycephalosaurus.
Yeah, yeah.
And it like busts through a wall and he busts through the gate.
And then that's how we get
bumps
the
his
scene of
head.
him being Nathan Drake, just decking everyone in the face. Well, this
Yeah.
other dinosaur's causing major internal damage to the guest.
Right? Like the Pachycephalosaurus is just going on like the Russian arms dealers. I'm like, that's kind of cool,
Right?
I guess.
I guess.
But again, it's an action movie now, which does not feel like Jurassic World. Well, in my opinion, of course, if you like this kind of style, good for you. You enjoyed this movie, I didn't. You benefited more. Anyway, yeah, the gate was left open, and Zola like runs towards the fucking elevator, and he's like, "Hush!" And he pushes the lady out, and the lady, really, okay, I get it, you're in panic. But when do you think it's a good idea to tell the thing that is killing people where you are? I don't know. You deserve that. Everybody in that elevator deserved it because you're all rich people.
In
and
that
you
moment,
don't deserve
Zola
life for
realized
some
that this
reason.
Zola realized that his life was a zero sum.
You bitch.
And it was right there. I'm like, if I land this joke well, it's gonna hit. And then
Anyway, but yeah.
I do like the scene where Doctor Wu tells Faye, like, I need the animal's blood. And he's like, do it yourself.
Yeah,
You
she
wanna-
does the same thing again.
Yeah.
And like
And that's where-
Detective Pikachu like comes in and just tranks him.
And that's where Blue becomes Nathan Drake too.
Oh yeah. The thing is, it was such a weird thing. Like Blue knew what gas smelled like.
Yeah.
To know that like, whoa, gotta run, that shit's flammable. I get it that Velociraptors in this universe are the new dolphins. I was like, bullshit, he would have not known that was gasoline.
Yeah, you'd be like, the fuck is that?
Right?
It smells
He
weird.
just knew it had a strong scent and he was like, fuck this. I was like, okay.
And then that's when I kind of like, in concept, the fact that this whole segment is a horror-ish when they're hiding from the Indoraptor. Like, concept is cool. In execution, I'm like, why the fuck can't this apex predator smell what's right in front of it? Like, is the wood and the Triceratops fossil blocking the scent?
And mahogany is just, it just hits different, you know? Has a stronger scent. Mahogany is like, no, I'm kidding. But like,
Mahogany. I forgot where I got that from.
But like before that though, we get the scene where the guy pretty much gives his exposition. That kid ain't really a kid. She a dinosaur.
I
She
really
also
thought, I really wanted to be Julian Moore's kid, even though it's non-canon.
Yeah.
I'm like, please. And then when you see the file, I'm like, you won't even give me that. Fine, okay.
Yeah, same here. But like, I guess that, I mean, we've already shot continuity out the fucking window. But like, yeah, the kid is a clone version of the rich guy's daughter, and yeah, they brought this whole fucking dinosaur mixed human thing to reality when we saw concepts of it back in the late 2000s.
But
But not in a cool way too. It's not even the zombie type dinosaur thing.
it's
Human human type dinosaur.
It's all in her eyes. It's like,
What?
she's mutated. I'm like, how's she mutated? Look at her eyes. I'm like, cool, X-Men. Alright.
Also, she got green eyes. Like everybody with green eyes have dinosaurs.
I felt felt bad
yeah.
when Owen turns off the power and then the Pikachu guy turns it back on. It's like, oh, okay.
Oh, you son of a right. But anyway, like before that, I do like it that like the two guards with the guns just get swiped away by the Indoraptor. I was
Yeah.
like, see, that's cool. Now there's a horror movie that we have, and yeah, we get to that part where Owen turns off the lights. Again, you complain about it not being able to sniff out whether if it's mahogany or human. Here, haven't you guys gone through the blueprints of the Indoraptor, or sorry, the Indominus Rex? It has infrared vision. Fuck's sake, it can see through the dark. What is turning off the lights gonna do? You had more chances when the lights were on. Like the fuck?
I forgot the rules. Oh.
Yeah, like.
And then they get attacked, and then Bryce gets kind of injured. Well, injured, but like not mauled. And then Maisie runs back to her room, like, all the fucking place. All right. Maisie.
Did you see that like dumb nostalgia bait again, where he's like,
yeah.
trying to close the gate? I was like, oh come on, you're not Lex.
Yeah, Lex said it better.
Yeah, I mean you're doing really great. The girl actress, I don't know who you are, but you're doing great though. You're a really cool part.
Yeah, just again, I just blame the people. Like, you know what hits them right in the heart? Nostalgia.
Right? I do like the sequence. The entire time, I was like, this part was kind of cool for the setting and vibe that it gave. Because now, we have Spencer's Mansion from Resident Evil. What more with dinosaurs? That's sick! Jurassic Park people, hit me up. Steven Spielberg, hit me up for more ideas. But like, you got Spencer's Mansion, now you got people going back for the bones of the Indoraptor, and like, there you go, you got Velociraptors running around. other shit. You know,
And
it's
then
Resident Evil.
I do like the shot of the raptor howling at the moon. Like that's kind of cool.
Ah, yeah, that shit was kind of cool.
And
Yeah, it was a horror movie where this thing's like trying to claw at the little girl while she's hiding behind like the
yeah, but that's just like
blankets.
you're an apex predator and you can't tell. Like, is that food? I really can't tell.
Like it has like theatrical like chops, you know. Like it was like, I'll make this scene more intense.
And then it's bulletproof because Chris hits it 3 times, and you're like, oh shit, it's immune to lead. All right.
Right.
And then they escape to the roof, and then Bryce uses the targeting system on him. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
is
same
going on?
here. Like, if I was Chris, I'd be like, Claire? Claire? Like, what are you doing? But for some reason, they're on the same wavelength because they're in love again.
I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, before that, they kiss. I'm like, whatever.
That was forced.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of this movie was just forced.
Yeah.
But yeah, we get the scene where the Indoraptor like comes in, was too heavy for the roof and breaks it, and yeah, it goes against Blue, and Blue does like a Smash Bros, pushes them off the map kind of deal, and it goes through a Triceratops horns, which was a really cool scene.
Yeah.
Which is also another callback to that one dumb scene in Lost World where the little girl kicks the fucking raptor out of a fucking building and falls into spikes.
And the raptor got booyaka.
I got 619. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Faye and Pikachu guys, like, there's a problem downstairs because the rooms are filling up with cyanide. And I really thought, if for nothing else, if they let the I know I like dinosaurs too, but if they let the dinosaurs die, this will really save the movie. Because oh my god, that's a very realistic and adult decision to make. Because it's like, well, where do you go from here? Does Doctor Who become
No. Yeah. Right? And he just starts making like weird
hybrids?
God knows what. Yeah, because of the dead bodies, the left DNA
Yeah.
from those other dinosaurs. But no, I mean, you say that it's an adult decision, which they made. Claire was like, I can't do it. Because the adult decision here is not to let them out because it will affect us great. And the kid presses it, and I don't know why Owen and Claire wasn't like, what the fuck did you do? You know, and like, you just shake her like, the fuck? But they're like me, I'm a dinosaur.
You don't join them. Throw her off the balcony.
Yeah, get stampeded by brackets somewhere. And like
they're like me. I'm like, bitch, you're gonna cause our extinction, you selfish idiot.
right, and yeah, I don't like that. Like this entire plot line of her being half dinosaur was just for that one scene. Sorry, my hair's was just for that one scene.
My Chemical Romance for a bit. Full
Yeah,
Tobey
sorry,
Maguire.
But yeah, like we could have gone through this entire movie with her just being the granddaughter of this late daughter of this rich dude. But no, they had to squeeze in this half dinosaur, half human plot just so she could press that fucking button.
Again, she could have been Julian Moore's daughter, because that would have proved that Jurassic Park 2 is canon at the very least.
Man, this is your problem.
No, it's just your
This is like your problem. Yeah, it's also like I hated that Jurassic Park 2 wasn't canon. But like, let it go. It's
yeah,
not
but I
canon.
spent so many nights rewinding the VHS only to find out, like, oh, it doesn't matter, fuck my childhood.
Right.
But yeah, they let the dinosaur go, and if you haven't had your fill with nostalgia, there's one more nostalgia shot where Eli gets grabbed exactly the same way the raptor gets grabbed in the first one. It's shaken up, and then
No. This scene was a callback to what was his name? Eddie.
yeah, no, and the first one too, because it roars like when the banner is
Oh
going.
yeah. Yeah, but like him getting ripped apart and then the Carnotaurus like coming in like, you know, for the assist.
Yeah,
Um
yeah, that was Eddie.
yeah, that was an Eddie scene. And I hate it. Again, they're tickling our nostalgia bone. for a movie that they say that doesn't exist.
And again, like for someone being torn in half, it's a lot. There's not a lot of blood in it.
Yeah, I do like the compies like chomp on the leg for a
Yeah.
bit, and then the T-Rex roars and crushes the Indominus Rex bone.
Yeah, and then when it did, I'm like, oh, thank God we're done with this plot line, at least.
Right. And we get to the scene where Blue run Owen's like, hey, we could bring you to a safe place, Blue. But they look at the cage, Blue doesn't want that, and it just runs off, and that's a problem.
She goes, Caesar is home.
You're right, he was like, Caesar is home.
And then you see Jeff Goldblum like, I told you, I fucking told you. This would happen.
Right? And I love that. Like, when he was at the beginning of the movie, you hear this one dude at the back of like, we have to let them die in this island naturally. And you hear this one dude going, murderer! I'm like, motherfucker, you were at the first park. Like, you didn't see what these things can do.
You didn't
this
get
is natural.
Busted through a toilet, a restroom, and then just lay there unconscious. While your lawyer buddy gets ripped to shreds. Like, nope, you don't get to complain.
Right. So the entire time, yeah, Ian Malcolm was right. They should have just let them die or left them be. Especially Richard Hammond. This wasn't a good decision, but of course we needed more content for the next movie.
Yeah, and Richard Hammond's like, we should leave them alone.
Right? And some person, after the movie was like, they made the right decision because animals are animals. And I was like, sorry, this was relative of mine. And I was like, no, that wasn't the right decision because now you have probably some mother somewhere in the suburbs screaming because this raptor has her kid.
I don't get the logic of this apocalypse because I understand if it was clickers, understand if it was any zombies. These are animals that don't turn you into an animal. So why doesn't the military exterminate them?
Right? I like dinosaurs as much as the next guy. But
this is not Caesar and his pack of really smart apes. That makes sense.
Apes are that's an unstoppable force. Yeah. Here, you just need to get animal control and probably the army.
Yeah. Unless they start talking like Caesar and working like Caesar, I don't get why this is something apocalyptic event.
Well, I think Blue's kind of getting close to that, though.
Blue, sure. But
it comes out of nowhere. It's like Alan. Anyway, we're pretty much done with this movie. We get to see that the T-Rex are going up against the King of the Jungle, King of the Safari, which was the lion.
The lion's like, sorry, Paul, God bless.
No, the lion was like, nah, fuck you, this is my cage.
Yeah, he's so lucky to ravine.
Yeah, and we see Blue looking at a suburbs for some child that's gonna pick on.
Mosasaurus.
Mosasaurus?
Holy fuck.
Right? Right? And it's just gonna take this one surfer guy.
It's where did Bob go? And you see just a surfboard. I guess he's gone.
Oh my god, a whale! Huh? Right? And we get the ending where dinosaurs are unleashed into the world. And this is a setup for the next movie, which is Dominion. And to be honest, I'm excited because now we're getting involved with the older cast. Colin Trevorrow, please adjust your writing. For fuck's sake, I know you're doing the last movie. Please. I will forgive you for the other nostalgia base that you've done throughout this movie, which is 80% of the fucking movie. I'm over exaggerating, by the way. But this is the biggest nostalgia bait that he has ever done, is bringing in Alan Grant, Ian Malcolm, and
Northern.
Yeah, Ellie Sattler. And this is gonna be a look. I'm just one person. The world doesn't revolve around me, but it's gonna be a big slap to my childhood.
Same here.
And my nostalgia. If this movie it's just.
If it is, you will see a major meltdown from our end.
Yeah. I do not want to see my childhood heroes done wrong. It's like seeing Superman and then Batman taking the mantle of Superman, which does not make sense.
Speaking of, childhood nostalgia or something relating to that, like, this came out like months after The Last Jedi, and then as I got home, like, you know what? I kind of want to watch The Last Jedi again, because at least it's kind of better made.
No.
No.
I hate both. I hate both.
I
equally.
know, but like, at least there are some scenes I really like in The Last Jedi, and then it's far and few between here, because I'm like, again, rewinding that VHS, I'm like, I like Jurassic Park. I didn't grow up like rewinding Star Wars. I grew up rewinding Jurassic Park. That's why it hurt more.
Same here. Same. But yeah, that's pretty much our review for this fucking dumpster fire. What would you rate this?
The CGI is fine. It's good. Like I like some moments, and like some moments are pretty cool. But like a lot of the characters are just very hollow. Like Chris Pratt's just a badass the whole way. Bryce Dallas Howard is not sure of what she wants to be. Her character, I mean. Pineda is like, we've seen these characters in movies before. Like, oh, you're really up your head's up your own ass. Okay. And Justice Smith, I'm like, you're just the idiot they brought her along because you're for comedic moments, I guess.
Yeah, character, not.
Yeah, no, again, yeah, we never want to insult the actress, but I'm saying writing wise is bad. Like, I hate the fact that the dinosaurs are like pushed to the side. Like, who cares? Like,
Right,
for
we
fuck's
want-
sake, this
we
is
want
Jurassic Park.
Right?
Like, the only good thing that came out of this movie is, I know you call me a kid for this, but it's the toys. Like,
No, man, fuck off. I ain't calling you for it. I want that. Like, I badly want a really solid T-Rex model.
Yeah, I mean, at least Mattel came in clutch and saved us with that.
Yeah.
But for score, oh fuck, 3.
Cool. Yeah, I'm giving this one a 2 since you said 3. I was gonna go with 3, but I want to give it worse. Look, no, this movie is a. I'll go with the same. Is a 3. There were some good parts here. There were some promising parts. There were a lot of things that I liked seeing with the opening scene, Rain, T-Rex. I love seeing that shit. But other than that, this movie, I was trying to hold my head up. Actually, no. I was so angry at this movie that I had to pay full attention because I wanted to point out everything I hated about it. Like, and for sure, I'm like, I haven't pointed out everything. Like, we're making a video. We gotta keep it short. Anyway, yeah, this movie was such a big disappointment because it rubs you the wrong way. As I said before, it's playing with your nostalgia. It's such a corporate thing to do, where, hey, remember this thing you like? It's in here, but it's like dog turd, you know? It's like putting a GI Joe inside of a dog turd and be like, that's a good movie, right? Or that's the toy you liked, right? It's exactly that, and I hate it for it. Like, they're giving us hints of like, hey, remember the first movie? Remember the second movie? Remember the third movie? Why can't you just be a movie on your own and be good? And stop playing with us. Stop playing with our hearts, you know?
It just sucks because like in the year with really sweet moves like Infinity War and Spider-Verse, like this are fucking the thing I grew up with sucked ass, man.
Yeah, it did. So, yeah, it's just a big disappointment because, for sure, other people might have different ratings, but this is my childhood.
Yeah.
This is something so close to home. And they butchered it. Or they played with your hearts. And it's such a stingy thing for them to do to me. And I hate it so much. But yeah, I took it very personally. But anyway, this has been a review for Jurassic World Kingdom Hearts. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What Kingdom Hearts game do you like? Write it down in the comments below.
Yeah, tell me so I can pick up one of them.
Yeah, 2. But yeah, like, if you guys liked it, leave it in the comments below. If you didn't, so do the same thing. Be nice. And if you liked us, leave us a like, subscribe, ring the bell icon to be notified for future videos that are coming up. And you can find us at facebook.com/geeksanddegenerates and also in Discord under the same name.
You can join us in bitching about this movie in Discord. That's fine.
Oh, that's true. And you can find me at JomGOM on Instagram. It is my account. How about you, Enzo? Where can you find you individually?
Individually, Gandalfos1995 on IG and Twitter. What the fuck was that?
I lost breath.
Alright.
And yeah, to all you geeks and degenerates out there, please do stay safe, wear a mask, social distance, and get vaccinated and get a booster for fuck's sake. And we'll see you guys next time. Ciao.